Welcome to another session of JAS Networks. Today, let us learn basic structure of C program. In the basic structure, it includes documentation section. That's the first one, documentation section. Then link section, then comes the definition section, global declaration section, main function section. It includes declaration part and executable part, and user defined functions. So let us see one by one. Documentation section. This is a non-executable section. That is, compiler will not execute this section. This gives the information about the programmer or the date and time of the development of the program, the description of the program and all. That is for future reference if we want to know what a particular program is. So it can be represented or written within the documentation section. And the sentence or the content which you want to mention, that is written within /* /*, and suppose I am writing program for, that is, what is that program? Program for addition of two numbers. Okay, what you need, you just mention in that, and then */. This is non-executable statement. It is just to know what is that program or what a particular statement is. Okay, so when we discuss the example, it will be more clear. Next is the link section. In all programs, at the top you might have seen header files, that is #include stdio.h. You might have seen that, right? .h, that means that is a header file. And the use of this header file is that it is very difficult to write all the statements or all the code within the main program itself or within the program where you are writing. Okay, so some programs, they are stored in the library, stored as the library files. Suppose you want to do something with, suppose you want to compare two strings, okay, and using this strcmp function, you can compare two strings easily. That is without no need of writing the program. strcmp function is there, and if that is automatically included within this particular program, that is quite easy. So to bring strcmp or the use of strcmp within the main section or within the program which you are writing, you can include string.h header file. That is, include string.h file. .h means that the header file, okay, string.h file. If in the top of the program it is written #include string.h, that means the functions which are related to string can be executed. No need to write the full code for the string compare. And in the top, in the link section, you have linked the string header file. So this strcmp, the compiler will understand and it will start comparing the strings. Okay, so commonly used one is stdio.h, #include stdio.h. That is standard input output.h. Printf means you are printing. Scanf means it is getting the input, reading the input, right? The compiler will understand printf as printing and scanf as reading because stdio.h, that header file, standard input output file, is linked in the program. Next is the definition section. In a program, suppose you are using the universal one, pi. This is pi, okay, and the value is 3.14. We know that. And this is a constant. So what you can do is, you can define pi as 3.14 in the definition section. That's the constants can be defined. The values are not changing, okay? And for that you can write hash define. You have to write here hash define, and then this symbol is not in the keyboard, so you have to write pi, okay? Pi 3.14. That means wherever you need this pi, just write pi 3.14 will be automatically replaced. Okay, pi will be replaced with 3.14. So you are defining it. That is definition section. This is optional section. Not necessary that always this should be there. Next is a global declaration section. Two types of declarations, local declaration and global declaration. Before that, I will say what is scope of a variable. Scope. Okay. Scope means the area where that variable will be active. That is the scope of the variable. Suppose you have declared here, see this here, one declaration part is there. You have declared in this area means the scope of that particular declared variable will be active within this opening bracket and closing bracket. When it comes out of this, the declaration effect will be gone. This is local declaration. That is in the particular local area only, its action is there, its effect is there, okay? That is local declaration. And then it is quite easy to understand global declaration. That means the variable declared in this portion, that is before starting the program, you are declaring it, and that variable can be used globally throughout the program. That is global declaration section. If this is the case, means this is local declaration. It is active from here to here. But before this, you have declared this global variable, means the variable can be used anywhere in the program. That is global declaration section. Next comes the main function section. And within the main, after that you have to open the bracket. You have to declare the variables and then execute part, that is executable part, the statements, and then at the end close the bracket. And last is a user defined function. Simple, very simple programs, it can be written without functions and with functions, and when going to the function section it will be more clear. And user defined function is based on the necessity of the user. He is defining the function and he is explaining. See, this is the function. Okay, so this is the structure of a C program. Documentation section, if you need, it is optional. Link section, in all program you are writing the link section. Then comes the definition, global declaration, this is the order, okay, and then is a main function section, content of the main section, and then user defined function. So let us see the example. Hash include stdio.h, okay, standard input output header file. So this is the link section. Then comes the main section. Here no need of In this program, the definition section and the global declaration section is not used, so it is not there. So link section, and then main, it is starting the main function int main, open the bracket. See, this is the documentation section. Not necessary that you have to start at the beginning itself. Suppose you want to see what is this particular statement. Okay, so you can write here /star, and then you can write the statement prints the word hello, and then close it. Okay, here this is my first program in C, that is a documentation, and then it is just printing printf hello world, and then return 0 and close the bracket. This is the example. Okay, here is the explanation of the example. The first line of the program #include stdio.h is a preprocessor command which tells the C compiler to include std.h header file before going to the actual compilation, that is to include standard input-output header file in the program. Next line is int main, is a main function where the program execution begins. Next is the comment line will be ignored by the compiler, and it has been put to add additional comments in the program. So each lines are called comments in the program. Okay, this is just documentation section. Next is a printf, is another function available in C which causes to print the message hello world. Next line is return 0. It terminates a main function and returns the value 0. So this is about the example. In today's class, we have discussed the basic structure of C program. Hope it was clear for you. Thank you.